What makes horror so appealing? Whether it be a video game, a book, a movie, an urban legend, or something even more niche, we all know that if you want to make something that people will talk about, horror is your best bet. But what makes it such an enticing thematic direction? The easiest place to start is the human body's response to stress. It's no secret that humans love excitement. It's why things like extreme sports are as popular as they are. And more importantly, it's the reason why one of the most famous, or rather infamous, methods in horror exists: jump scares. A jump scare is an abrupt change in image or event, usually accompanied by a loud, frightening noise intended to surprise the viewer. When we're frightened, our adrenal gland releases adrenaline into our bloodstream as a part of our fight or flight instinct. This also causes dopamine to be released because it is in our body's best interest to reward us for not dying. As a bonus, after we realized we weren't in any danger at all, the feeling of relief is almost dizzying. This is often delivered in the form of chase scenes. However, lately jump scares are being utilized more and more because they deliver that sensation in quick bursts and are much easier to implement. They are especially effective when they are backed by a build-up of tension before it. Famous examples of media that rely on jump scares are the movies It 2017 version and The Conjuring series. The popularity and ticket sales, as well as the notoriety these movies are regarded with, speak for themselves. From a psychological standpoint, many think of horror as a way to explore their own anxieties, insecurities, and fears in a safe way. People that enjoy this aspect of horror likely praise media like Silent Hill, a game that uses the environment of a haunted town to highlight the characters' trauma and negative emotions, and Dead Space, a game about a lone survivor trudging through a space station ravaged by a hostile alien life form. Apart from the relatability psychological horror brings, it uses various techniques to get inside your head and mess with your perception of reality, making sure it lingers in the back of your head for a long time to come. Although blood and gore are a popular and key part in some of the best horror movies, like The Cube and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it is not a necessity for a shocking movie. The children's horror film Coraline is a great example. Adhering to its PG rating, it pulled in its young viewers with a typical escapist fantasy many kids have, and pulled the rug out from underneath them by turning it into a living nightmare of button eyes and living stuffed animals. It also utilized the uncanny method of stop-motion animation to crank up the unease and stay in its young viewers' minds for a long time after. This has been a brief dive into what makes horror appealing. Thank you for watching.